chase headlines. He's digging through the tape. Third string grind, every snap, every rep, everybody talking first round. Same names again. Danny in the shadows, finding value in the 10. Stopwatch ticking, notebooks full of ink. Missed by the camera, but he sees what you think you didn't see. From small schools to backups with a chance. If there's a sleeper on the board, he already made the call in advance. Danny Savage, draft guru. Breaking down the board like a pro really do. Lay round legends, yeah, he's standing on the truth. Day 3, Danny turning pigs into proof. When the lights fade out and the crowd goes home, that's when the future gets quietly grown. 7th round, undrafted dreams. He connecting all the dots in between the schemes. Traits over hype, film over fame. If the league missed it, he's calling the name. Every year, gotta steal, every class got a few. When they go and show brand, Danny says, watch this dude. Danny Savage, draft guru. If it's sitting on the board, yeah, he's spelling it too. From the war room to the long shot crew. Day 3, Danny, yeah, the legends coming through. Yeah. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's go. Let's get into it. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's get into it.
Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, draft guru. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like, hit the hype button. Also, don't forget to click on the notifications so you know when the champ goes live. Listen, I apologize. I was supposed to do this last night. I had it all set up and everything. But I'm so unimpressed with this tight end class. I said, screw it, and I'll do it today. Today at the Combine, it's quarterbacks, which probably is going to be like 2 show up. Running backs, wide receivers. A lot of good wide receivers, in my opinion. Also, a lot of good running backs that people are not talking about. We'll find out. But so we're going to go over the tight end class. Now, I've said since I started breaking down players May the 5th, and I said this tight end class is horrendous. It had some promising players, but they did absolutely nothing, and they had better 2024 tape. Then, me personally, I don't have a tight end with a first-round grade. There are some tight ends where people are trying to blow them up, but they're 6'2", 6'3". They're 230 pounds. What are you going to get out of them in the run-blocking department? Perfect example was last year, Harold Fannin from Bowling Green. He was my 4th tight end. I think he went around 4, I think maybe, or round 3 to the Browns. He had like maybe 600 yards, 7 TDs, 0 as a run blocker. So are we just going to stats and some teams just looking to get an oversized wide receiver? Not in my world. In my perfect world, I want 4 tight ends on Sunday, 2 giant goons, 2 big, tall, athletic pass catchers. I had a friend, he played tight end at Miami, West Virginia, and Rutgers, and then he played in the XFL. And he said the coaches always said the difference between a college tight end and an NFL tight end is, can you run block? So, whatever, man. It is what it is. A lot of small tight ends. Like I said, I was going to do this last night. I didn't. I apologize. Dalen Bentley, Utah, 6'4", 253. He ran a 4.65. You know what I'm trying to say? Josh Cuevas, Alabama. Shorter side, too, 6'3", 245. Ran a 4.68. Now, this was a kid that was supposed to blow up, and he did nothing. Khalil Dinkins, Penn State. Smallest, 6'4", 251. He ran a 4.73. Everyone thought this kid was going to run like a – they're like, oh, what? You're going to see a 4.4. And he ran a 4.73. This next kid intrigues me a bit, and his name is Jack Indris. He played for Texas this past year with Archie Manning. I'm showing my age, but if you're a young cat, check out Mad Magazine, the cover, and there was this guy. I forgot what it was like. It was a cartoon, Mad Magazine, but the guy that was on the cover of Mad Magazine, he reminds me of Archie Manning. But Jack Endres originally played at California, University of Cal. Much better. He had much better stats there. He played much better there. He went to Texas this year, banged up a tiny bit. Not the jump, not the biggest. 6'4", 245. He ran a 4.68. But he had better tape at Cal, and he did have Fernando Mendoza when he was at Cal. So something to think about. And I want to do a deep dive more with him with his Cal tape for his Texas. Let's see who else. Let's see. Okay, Max Clare, Ohio State. I don't know. I guess he thinks he's the number one tight end in this draft. Great size, 6'5", 250. I did a video on him 2 years ago. Charlene Evans, boom. Thank you for jumping in the chat. I did a video on Max Clare when he was at Purdue 2 years ago. Yo, he went off. It was him, and then the big edge, The Undertaker, Will Helt. He went to Clemson, Will Helt. And so Max Clare went off at Purdue. Great. I shouldn't say went off. Had great stats at Purdue. Went to Ohio State with Smith and Tate. He should have had 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. He had I'm going to sneeze any second. He had maybe 280 yards and 2 TDs. And he really didn't show me much in the run blocking department. I don't know if he was hurt. I don't know if going from Purdue to Ohio State's probably going from a one town with a town with one stoplight to a big major city. That's what they compare the U. So, but for him not to work out, that was Cowboys 5. What's up? Boom! Thank you for jumping in the chat. That was disappointing not to see him work out at all, especially when he didn't do shit this past season. But he's a name to watch out for, Max Clare. A lot of people, everyone's going to have him in their top 5. Ohio State's other tight end, Will Kazmarek. I love this kid as a blocker. 6'6", 261. Real quick, hold on a second. I got to do this quick. The running backs are running. Nice. Desmond Claiborne, Wake Forest, just ran a 4.38. I got to bang these out. Will Kazmarek, I love him a lot. He's a beast as a blocker. Let's see who else, man. Matthew Highburn, SMU. Few SMU tight ends. 6'4", 251. He ran a 4.57. Now we got, wait, real quick, Navy kid. Eli Heinrich. Well, that's a fucking awesome name. There used to be a wrestler in the WWE, Heinrich. But it was weird. They tried making him part of the Road Warriors. It just never worked. And then he went fucking nuts. Hold on a second. This kid's a good blocker. I just want to see him what he runs. He's a fullback to me. 4.47. Okay. Max Clare's, like I said. Now here's another kid. A lot of people are going to blow this kid up. Jaron Carmen, Oklahoma. He was originally linebacker, went to tight end. Bro, the kid is 6'2", 234 pounds. He may have 4.53. That's a fullback, bro. It's not a tight end to me. I'm sorry. It's a hard, and I've said this since May. It's the worst class. But you're going to see other people saying, "Oh yeah, this is the best tight end class ever." I like this kid. This kid's a goon blocker. Marlon Klein, University of Michigan, 6'6", 250. Bro, he ran a 4.62. That's athletic for a big man like that. And he's he could put on more weight, and he's like another offensive tackle in the run blocking department. Let's see. And he was born in Germany. He came to the United States when he was 15. Athletics. He played soccer, swimmer. That's a big ass swimmer. Swimming is not a sport. You swim so you don't drown, but he is athletic. He had to learn English, German. You got those still those Eastern Bloc countries. Those dudes are fucking excuse my language. Those dudes are big. Real quick, wait, Robert Henry. I like him. Running back. Uh University of Texas, San Antonio, I believe. 4.55, plays much faster. I like him a lot. Robert Henry Jr. Cowboys corner turned me on to him. So this kid, like I said, he came to the United States when he was 15. He's from Germany. Had to learn English. He didn't play football too. I got to do this quick, man. I'm going back to on. I like him a lot. Next, Houston's Tanner Kozlov, 6'6", 247. Gained a few more pounds since the Senior Bowl. He has to put on, I think, another 10 to 15 pounds. 6'6", red zone mismatch. The kid he's a freak of nature as an athlete. Emmett Johnson, 4'6", is a little bit, that's a little bit slow from Nebraska. He ran a 4.71. But Tanner Kozlov, I like him a lot. A lot. You got to check his about Houston if he's a freak. Yo, this is cool. R.J. Maryland. His father played for the Cowboys. Russell Maryland, man. That's cool. So, even if he doesn't get drafted, the Cowboys will sign him. He went to SMU, 6'4", 250. He ran a 4.52. Real quick, Jeremiah Love's on. I just want to see what he's going to run. He blew the start. Okay, the next kid, Riley Nowaska, Indiana, fullback. He's a fullback to me. He ran a 4.66. He's like 6'2", 235. That's fullback material, but yet he played tight end. So this kid I like, man. Eli Reardon, tight end, Notre Dame. I saw the worst comp in the world the other day. There was some dude on Twitter, and he goes, I want to make this my living. And which is great, because if people don't laugh at your dreams ain't big enough. But then he comped Eli Reardon to Penn State's Theo Johnson, who's been with the Giants. And I'm like, hold on real quick. Jeremiah Love's running. 4.37. That's good. Good for him. I'm like, that is probably the worst comp I've ever seen. That's like comparing a White Castle to like, an Outback steak or an Outback cheeseburger. Two completely different players. But Eli Reardon, Notre Dame, 6'6", 250. He ran a 4.62. Much, much bigger. This kid is very athletic, but he's a much, much bigger, better blocker, where Theo Johnson was a little shorter, much, much more athletic. He's just been battling injuries with the Giants the last couple of years. Excuse me. Sam Roush, tight end, Stanford. 6'6", 270. He ran a 4.7. Very good run blocker. Seth McGowan, Kentucky, just ran a 4.5. I gave him 2. So that's decent. Stanford has been putting out some good tight ends. Now we're going to start getting into the tiny guys. All right. Everyone's blowing up Kenyon Sadiq, Oregon. He's 6'3", 241 pounds. He ran a 4.4. All right, yeah, that's great. That's running back. That's running back size. That's fullback size. Can he catch you? Is he going to catch you balls? Yes. Is he going to run block for you? No. That's just my 2 cents, bro. Yeah, so a lot of people have Kenyon Sadiq as their round 1 tight end. I don't even have a round 1 tight end. Let's see. Hold on. Kid Ben Sharp, 6'4", 250, LSU. He ran a 4.63. Jadarian Price, Notre Dame, 203 pounds, 5'10". My question on him is, can he handle a full load? Think about it, bro. You're a defense and you're chasing Jeremiah Love around, and this kid pops in. You're going to look a lot greater than if you're the man from first carry to last. Then the next one, a lot of people are blowing up, is Eli Stowers, Vanderbilt. Now, 6'3", 239. He ran a 4.51. He has very good production in college, but he started out at New Mexico State with Diego Pavia. Then he went to Vanderbilt, and he followed Diego Pavia. I like Diego Pavia, even though he's a midget. The kid has heart. Well, maybe he'll be here today passing. I don't know. But I'm sorry. I can't get excited over this tight end class. I've been trying to since May. And a lot of guys still didn't work out, but I think there's better run blockers than pass catchers. Very, very. And I do not have a single tight end with a 1-round grade. That's me. But you're going to see Sadiq, Stowers, Max Clare, a lot of people. Yet you're going to have to look at Max Clare's 2024 Purdue tape, which was very impressive, playing on a dog shit team. Division III teams probably could have beat Purdue back then. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be up there, but I just don't know. Our teams just want to get these smaller dudes to get stats and say F the run game. Real quick, Adam Randall, Clemson. Right after this, I'm going right back to breaking down the running backs. Adam Randall, 6'3", 232, former wide receiver. I just want to see what he runs as a 40. Big kid, bro. I like this kid a lot. This kid's a steal. This kid is a steal. Come on. 4.5. That's fine. Former wide receiver. This kid's big. Much, much more athletic and healthier version versus last year's Phil Maffa. But I will not. Listen, I got to end this quick. You got to go. Running backs are on. Cowboys, thank you for jumping in the chat. Charlene Evans, boom. Thank you for jumping in the chat. Oh, that's JB. What's up, JB? I didn't even know it was you. I apologize. Yo, if you guys are JB the Cowboys fan, bro, he says it like it is. He's one of the few guys out there that tells you Dak Prescott sucks. So if you're a Cowboy fan, man, check out, man. Yeah, not another tight end for Dak, man. Yeah. You could give Dak Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, and Dak would still fuck it up. But if you're a Cowboy fan, check out JB the Cowboy fan channel. He's legit. And Charlie Evans, boom. Thank you for jumping in the chat. Mike Washington, Arkansas, just ran a 4.33, and he's a monster. I gotta go. I'll be later on tonight. I'm gonna be dropping all the running backs and wide receivers. I'm not even going over the quarterbacks. Peace, because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO for life. Over and out. Thank you, everyone, for jumping in the chat.